Good morning. I am very happy to be here today this morning. My name is Javier Maldonado, and I have fallen in love with St. Paul's Cathedral since the first time that I visited this beautiful place, this holy and sacred church, back in 2010. How difficult and painful it can be for someone not to be able to find a church that feels like home. Dorothy, in the story of the Wizard of Oz, used to say over and over, "There's no place like home." And from the first time that I walked into St. Paul's, I was impressed by its beautiful architecture. But most importantly, I was impressed by the love and the warmth that I have received in this house of prayer so many, many times. This is why I return to St. Paul's time and time again. I feel the Spirit of the Lord alive and present here. Never before in my spiritual journey had I been to a place like St. Paul's, where the Spirit is free to move and to make itself present in the community. Here at St. Paul's, I know that the Spirit is not locked in a golden cage, but rather it is alive in its members and in its different programs that touches the life of so many people in our community. I've traveled around for many years, and I never had the opportunity to find a church like St. Paul's before. Where else have we heard the words that say that all of us are welcomed, that all of us are invited to the table of the Lord, regardless of who we are and where we find ourselves in our journey of faith? Where else can everyone in the congregation receive the holy bread and the holy wine, just as who we are? The Spirit of Jesus, of His Last Supper, is truly alive here at St. Paul's. My family and I have felt the love of God in every handshake, in every hug, in every kiss, and in every smile that we have received here. Here, I truly feel loved by every one of its members. Last Easter Vigil, I was received into the Episcopal Church here at St. Paul's, and what a holy and sacred event that was. On that night, St. Paul's community became my new spiritual family. Its members became my brothers and sisters in Christ. They became my mentors, my friends, my role models to follow. And over the months, I have been touched by the witness of so many people here. They have shared their spiritual journey with me, and they have been an inspiration of faith and of love. I can say that I have felt the love of God, and I have received it as it was meant to be here. Here at St. Paul's, I believe that the mission of Jesus continues. I have found the resurrected Christ in this community. I have felt in its grandiose and solemn music the Spirit of the Lord. I have heard the Lord speaking to me every week in its readings and in its sermons. And my soul has been nourished, and my whole being has been healed when Jesus comes into my heart in the holy bread and holy wine. I have found the kingdom of heaven here. I cannot repay St. Paul's for all the love that I have received and that my family has received, just as I cannot repay God for everything that I have received from him. Yet, I choose to be generous with my spiritual family here at St. Paul's, first of all, as an act of love towards God, but also as an act of love and gratitude towards St. Paul's. I too want to continue living out the mission of our cathedral. I too want to continue building the kingdom here in our midst now. I want to ensure that my children and my children's children can also receive the love of God that I have received at St. Paul's. So, my brothers and sisters, I guess that what Dorothy said in The Wizard of Oz, that there's no place like home, is very true. But now I want to add, there's no place like St. Paul's. Thank you.